What's something small you can start doing today to better yourself? Tell us what was your favorite story in the comments, and if you also have a story to share, leave it in the comments below. Let's get right into the video. Don't hit the snooze button. The hardest part of getting up is sitting up. Move and you'll keep going. Okay, but how? Edit. Like 100 of you have told me about the Apple Army. So anyone reading this, apparently we need that app. Download an alarm clock app that only disables when you scan a quarter code at the kitchen or toilet. Your pick. Hard mode, your office. Forgive yourself for not starting yesterday. I used to be addicted to soda and drank an unhealthy amount. Now I just drink water all day and occasionally have soda as a treat now and then. I feel a lot better and less groggy without all the soda. On days that I try not to drink soda, I feel super terrible and my focus is completely out of whack. Then, I'll have one can of soda, and about 15-20 minutes later I feel like my mind's fog has cleared up. Did the same used to happen to you? Edit. Thanks for all your replies. I'm going through each and every one of them. I think I'm going to start drinking unsweet tea with some juice or honey to try and curb my soda addiction, as per everyone's suggestions. I don't think it's the caffeine, as drinking coffee or taking caffeine pills gets my super jittery. Give someone else a compliment at least once a day. It's as simple as noticing the guy next to you has a stylish tie, or that your coworker's homemade lunch looks tasty. Besides, it always seems to end up making someone's day and the effort required is so small. If it's not natural to pay a random compliment, I try to just smile at someone every day, or really as many people as possible. I smile at people I interact with, cashiers, waiters, train workers, etc. Just to pass a little small bit of positivity. Brush your teeth twice a day. It is incredibly important you keep good dental hygiene. Brush before bed if you want to keep your teeth. Brush in the morning if you want to keep your friends. If it takes less than a few minutes to do and you're doing absolutely nothing, do it. That's exactly what I started doing about a month ago. Oh my goodness. Things aren't looming over me anymore, and it feels amazing. I have gotten so much more done at work and home. My wife doesn't have to remind me to do things, because I just do them immediately. Even if it is a pain or somebody will be mad, I just do it and move on. Write down the stuff you've been putting off, and schedule yourself time specifically to get them done. It will keep your mind free from having to constantly remind yourself, and once the task is completed, you're free. I had the best idea I've ever had 2 weeks ago, and it has been going great. I used to make a to-do list, but it would just make me super anxious and feel overwhelmed seeing everything I have to do. So lately I have been just doing tasks throughout the day and only writing it down when I have done it. Now I get to see progress and accomplishments add up, and it's motivating me very well. Start putting $20 away from each paycheck into a savings account. Don't look at that money. Don't touch that money. That money may as well not exist. Repeat every paycheck, bumping it up as opportunity affords you. To second this, create an account with a different bank/provider. Make it harder to pull the money out. You can usually set up an automatic transfer from your main account to another, so it's easy to set up. This will let you check out higher savings accounts from online providers. Ally, Discover Bank, and Robinhood come to mind. Get at least 30 minutes of exercise a day, as simple as taking a walk. Clean your house or room. At the very least just what you can see. It is the only way I can get out of a rut. Thanks for gold. My first ever. I have a horribly anxious mind. Just tidying up helps me move on to the next step. This is highly underrated. I know that when my place is a mess my life feels like a mess, but when things are physically in order my mind feels more peaceful and orderly as well. Make more time to hang out with my friends and be there for them. I mean, I guess I could try, but what if I don't have common interests with your friends? Find something super random that none of you have done before and see if they'd be interested in trying. X. Trampoline park, sculpting class, random online game, 80s horror movie night, etc. Pick an interesting sounding book. Read it for a few minutes a day. Just try and be nicer to people. Don't fake it, just general niceness. Put that positive shit out there and it will follow. I find myself an optimist. I'm nearly always happy or at least understanding. If I may add to what you said, I think a big part of being an optimist, on top of being positive, try appreciating the good. Here's a minor example. It's easy to be at a party and see someone trying to play guitar and think to yourself, or out loud and be pessimistic. PSH, this guy trying to be cool, what a tool. He doesn't even sound good. I used to be like that. Then one day I tried guitar and it was fucking hard. Like really hard. But I kept at it. Working out more often. I'm really bad with that. A buddy of mine is practically a bodybuilder. I was surprised to learn that he only works out 3 days a week. I'm not trying to get as big as him, though I feel like 3 decent workouts a week isn't too hard. I've been amazed at what I've accomplished with 3-4x a week. It seems so little, but you do it for a while, or then sudden you're power cleaning your wife. Also, your diet matters a shitload. Forgive your past self and learn from your previous mistakes. Also, you can improve others' lives by saying thanks. It goes a long way. You can't keep blaming yourself. Just blame yourself once and move on. Homer Simpson. Put moisturizer with some SPF on your face. Edit. Yes, even in winter. Yes, even if you're darker skinned. You all are jumping right over the word moisturizer. And neck. And hands. Hell, put SPF anywhere the sun will hit. Edit. Thanks for the sweet karma. There's a lot of SPF hate going on in here. You'll need Jesus. And sunscreen. Take a break from screens every so often. I work in front of a computer, so I know my terrible eyes are only going to get worse. Anything I can do to help them I will. So I shouldn't watch Netflix on my computer while browsing Reddit on the phone with the TV on in the background. Spend 5 minutes picking up the room you are in. Do that 2 or 3 times a day and eventually you'll get into the habit and keeping things clean. Second edit. Completely rearranged my room. Still got a bit of cleaning left to do, but it feels great walking into my room now. Feels like I'm in a new room all over again. Very refreshing. Start your day with some stretching exercises. Start by writing down a goal, then make a list of smaller achievable milestones on the way to reaching that goal. While you're writing your goals, just write about the day. I write every day, including goals I want to do for the week/weekend. If I write it down, there is a much larger chance I'll get around to doing it. A few years ago I started writing, like journal style, and I found it to be the single most therapeutic exercise I could do. I'm far from a writer. I'm really not good. Part of the reason I started to writing was for the practice. Open a new Google Doc, put in the date and entry number 1 and just write about today. Self-reflection is a lost art that all of us should take part in daily. And you know what? It's not all bad. As I started writing, I found that my big problems in life weren't all that big compared to the other challenges I have faced. It's all perspective. It's also really cool being able to look back in time. I have been doing this daily for 5 years, and it has made me such a better person. I don't do it for anyone else, although I did have a date cutely ask what did you do on the night of blah interrogation style, and I was actually able to answer. She seemed to get a kick out of it. Make a budget and stick to it. It can change your life dramatically for the better. Man, I worked in blue collar jobs for a few years and the amount of shit I got for having a budget. But multiple guys would come back to me and say my wife thinks we need a budget like you got, made me feel better. The peace of mind of not worrying about money is second to none. Oh, I have a car emergency? Good thing I have been putting away money for that very problem is a much better way to live. I offered many guys the opportunity to lay out finances and I would help them make a budget, and not a single one took me up on it. Hell, even my dad won't let me help him, and he is in all kinds of financial trouble. Start doing simple exercises that don't require any equipment. Walking/running outside, push-ups, sit-ups. Edit. I guess not really simple, as most of them require a certain technique, so you don't hurt yourself in the long run. But it doesn't cost money, it's something you can do at home, if you don't have the time to go to the gym, or combine going to the gym with exercises at home. Been really depressed lately. I have always wanted to start a hobby where I could work with my hands. I decided to get into woodworking and my main goal is to build an arcade cabinet from scratch this upcoming year. I also started looking into getting more serious about hiking. Hiking out in the woods or along a river/lake is so therapeutic. At least it is for me. I don't get to as often as I like, but man do I love it. To whoever needs it, put down that cigarette. You can do it. This random person believes in you. Cold turkey right now. Let's go. Edit. I'm not and have never been a smoker, so I can't imagine how hard it is to quit. But I thought, if I could give even one person a little push to give it up with my comment, then that's worth it to me. I posted on one of these threads a year ago or so about trying to quit. I've been a non-smoker since June now. Seeing little things like this on Reddit is a huge help. Thank you for being that person to believe in someone. Drink more water. Eat more vegetable too. Start a bucket list and start enjoying your life one day at a time. Even if it's something small, then graduate to the wish list of items. Guys, that is all for the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe. Tell us what your favorite story was, and if you also have a story, leave it in the comments.